Right now at 10, dangerous heat a few hours away. How long it'll stay in town and where residents can grab a cool down. And it's something you won't find in any other Wisconsin school district. The lessons leaving with Sparta kids after a week of STEM camp. Plus, a hootenanny for Habitat. Winona County raising money for a difference-making nonprofit.
WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 10. I'm Ken Kozorowski. Emily is off tonight. If you felt the heat today, buckle up because it's going to ramp up this weekend to alert day level extremes. Let's get all the details from our first warned meteorologist, Art Jarrett.
Highs for Friday holding on today. We reached at least widespread 80s today, so we're a bit warmer. We'll also go into the evening with partly cloudy skies giving way to some clearing skies later on today. And then through the evening hours, we're looking at the possibility of again, or at least late night, with more storms coming back in your forecast. We'll hold on to them staying well to the north of I-94, brushing Ladysmith as well as Eau Claire as we finish out going into the early morning hours. And then we'll roll into the overnight lows for Saturday, where we're looking at the potential for record-breaking lows, or at least warmest lows in the forecast. Then we get into dangerous heat as we roll into the weekend. Saturday afternoon going through Sunday evening, we're looking at the possibility of the heat index to be at least up to 107 degrees on your skin, with the hottest conditions mostly down to the south. We'll hold on to the possibility of getting into the overnight lows, as I mentioned before. When I come back, we'll also show you that record-breaking warm lows again for everybody that's going to be coming in case you missed it, and of course the dangerously hot weekend in store. So please stick around.
And we spoke with city officials. The city doesn't plan to open any cooling centers this weekend, but if you are in need of a cool down, they advise the Main Street Library. It's going to be open 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday and then 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. A News 8 follow-up, new details surrounding a Rochester man charged in a Wabasha County woman's death. Craig Haymeister is charged with the murder of Melissa Hunt. According to the criminal complaint, responding officers found Hunt with significant facial injuries. She told them Haymeister hit her with a stick. Hunt died 2 hours later in the hospital. Police found Haymeister up a tree in Olmsted County and took him in after an hours-long standoff. He is held on a $2 million cash bond. 3 new legal claims are now filed against the Diocese of Winona-Rochester. The diocese filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2018 after claims from 145 sexual abuse survivors. Those allegations dated back to the 1960s. Then a 2021 settlement set up a $28 million trust for victims, with about $6.5 million coming from insurance settlements. Those settlements have been locked in legal battles for years. Vicar General Very Reverend William Thompson today says they anticipated the filings and that they stem from, quote, insurance issues related to bankruptcy. And it continues on. The diocese remains steadfast in its commitment to healing and justice for all survivors. The Crawford County Administration building is closed due to water damage. A fire sprinkler malfunctioned yesterday. It ran for 45 minutes before it was shut off, and the water went through every floor, damaging electrical systems. So county departments will operate off-site through an alternate phone system. You can find those phone numbers on our website right now. No word on when the building will reopen. A Westby area barn is a total loss after a fire. It started this afternoon after a controlled burn ended up spreading. Multiple fire departments responded and found the barn fully engulfed when they arrived, though no one was injured in the fire. Used fireworks are to blame for an Onalaska fire. That's according to fire crews. That one happened around 10 o'clock last night. Damage was mostly contained to a garage, but it did displace both tenants. Investigators say someone put fireworks in a recycling bin near the garage, causing it to catch fire. No injuries there reported either. La Crosse officials reviewed a plan to add 200 apartments to La Crosse's north side today. The design review committee highlighted zoning, water, and transportation concerns in the proposals, so a future meeting will address those worries with designers. If approved, the complex would add 2 5-story buildings at Bridgeview Plaza. They'd go between the Harbor Freight and Blue Zone pickleball buildings. A La Crosse committee next week is reviewing plans to demolish the old La Crosse Tribune building downtown. A developer plans to replace it with a 4-story multifamily housing development with 260 units, some commercial space, and underground parking. The city's Economic Development Commission will take up the measure next Wednesday. Military kids in Sparta wrapped up a week of bugging out this morning. The Sparta Area School District finished its week-long STEM camp for children of active duty personnel. 125 students learned how insects inspire better flying machines and scientific breakthroughs. Now, the district is the only one in Wisconsin offering the Pentagon-funded program. STEM Camp aims to get more kids interested in STEM careers at an early age.
We have a shortage of STEM professionals in the United States, actually worldwide, but especially in the United States. And so the Department of Defense realizes that we can't just start with college students. We've got to start the interest in STEM with our littles.
STEM Camp program is available for 3rd to 8th grade students. 2 La Crosse nonprofits helping those in need of food assistance. The Salvation Army and Hunger Task Force hosted their monthly food distribution today. That event is held on the 3rd Friday of every month.
Food insecurity is getting worse and worse. We're seeing people struggling because of inflation, because of possible government cuts. We're not exactly sure what to expect, so we're making sure that that food is available on a monthly basis.
The amount of food you're able to receive is dependent on the size of your family. You will need to bring a driver's license or state ID card to pick up food. Central High School students were also spending the day fighting hunger in La Crosse. Summer program students hosted a food drive in the school parking lot with a goal of collecting at least 150 pounds of non-perishables.
Hunger is not easy to recognize, and everybody deserves to have the same opportunities for family meals and nutrition as the rest of us.
That student-led effort went from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Governor Evers is greenlighting a $5.5 million road project starting next week. The money will help replace deteriorating bridges on Wisconsin 162 between US 14 in Coon Valley and Wisconsin 33. 162 will be closed to through traffic during the work, but officials will post a detour that uses 1461, Wisconsin 27, and Wisconsin 33. The work is scheduled to start next Wednesday. Black River Falls officially has a new fire chief. Mark Nordahl takes over the department after getting Rural Fire Board and Common Council approval. He has served as second assistant chief and has spent 20 years in the department. The city administrator says Nordahl's experience and deep roots in the community will serve residents well. La Crosse's former mayor has a new role. Mitch Reynolds has joined the Mid-America Clean Future Alliance as a program specialist. It's a new group focused on outreach in Mississippi River Basin communities. They're connecting those communities to recycling incentives and other environmental protection programs. Happening around the state, a sausage border battle is underway in court. Minnesota's Hormel is suing Wisconsin's Johnsonville. The reason, they claim Johnsonville is like plankton from SpongeBob. They tried to steal Hormel's secret formulas. The criminal complaint allegedly contains email proof of former employees sending confidential Hormel information to Johnsonville. Hormel says it doesn't normally comment on pending litigation, but that their complaint, quote, speaks for itself. A local nonprofit is hosting an event to bring members of the LGBTQ community together. Today, the center hosted Pride on the Patio. The event at the Grounded Patio Cafe started with an art market. It invited artists and small businesses from around the area to show off their work. It also offered live music and a fundraising raffle.
For a business in such a big area like downtown La Crosse, and they're embracing such small artists with the LGBTQ community, it's very embracive. It brings a lot of people out of their shell into an area where we all fit in.
The music wrapped up at 9. The event was free for anyone to attend. And Winona County's Habitat for Humanity hosted its 3rd annual Hootenanny fundraiser. The evening offered live music, food trucks, and several auctions. Habitat's executive director says it's their biggest fundraiser, with a goal of raising $100,000 for home building projects.
It's meant to be a celebration that also brings in funding for our projects. There's no excuse to show up and be bored. This is a place for you to have fun with your community and celebrate the hard work that everybody puts in.
Their chapter repairs up to 40 homes a year and is currently building 3 homes in the area. Well, the search for a solution in the Middle East as Iran and Israel trade strikes. The latest from the White House on where diplomatic talks stand.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get the freedom to save. Get $4,250 cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, $2,250 in trade assistance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP.
Find comfort in your world in a stressless recliner. Take a time out, have a seat, and enjoy a special offer from Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Save in an instant on stressless furniture at Drury's in Fountain. Right now, get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 you spend on any qualifying stressless recliner, sofa, or sectional, designed with the world's most innovative comfort features. Don't wait. It's time for stressless. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Amid the deepening conflict between Israel and Iran, President Trump took part in a national security meeting at the White House today, while European leaders held talks with an Iranian official over in Geneva. The president remains concerned Iran is very close to having a nuclear weapon. Erica Brown has the latest from the White House.
As President Trump departed the White House Friday, he expressed concerns about Iran's potential nuclear capabilities.
And I think within a matter of weeks, or certainly within a matter of months, they're going to be able to have a nuclear weapon. We can't let that happen.
This comes a day after the president left the door open for a diplomatic resolution to the intensifying conflict between Israel and Iran, saying he'll decide within 2 weeks whether the U.S. will formally join Israel in attacking Iran's nuclear facilities.
We've been speaking to Iran, and we'll see what happens.
Also on Friday, the president's director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, said in a social media post she's in agreement with the president about Iran, writing, "America has intelligence that Iran is at the point that it can produce a nuclear weapon within weeks to months. President Trump has been clear that can't happen, and I agree." The post comes after Gabbard previously suggested to lawmakers that Iran was not building a nuclear weapon, and President Trump called that assessment wrong. In a possible step towards diplomacy, Iran's foreign minister met with European leaders Friday in Switzerland, the first face-to-face talks since the fighting began. The U.S. was not part of today's talks in Europe, but the UK's foreign secretary said European representatives made it clear Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. He urged Iran to continue negotiations with the United States.
It is hugely important that we don't see regional escalation of this conflict.
Following Friday's talks in Geneva, Iran's foreign minister said his country supports the continuation of discussions, though he insists Tehran will not negotiate with the U.S. as long as Israel continues its attacks. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Any deal could only be signed off on by Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. He was last seen on TV on Wednesday. Diplomatic sources tell CBS News that he's in hiding amid Israeli assassination attempts. Vice President J.D. Vance visited an ICE facility in Los Angeles this afternoon. Vance said he came to support law enforcement conducting immigration raids and protecting federal buildings. He blamed local officials for isolated demonstrations that turned violent.
What happened here was a tragedy. You had people who were doing the simple job of enforcing the law, and they had rioters egged on by the governor and the mayor, making it harder for them to do their job. That is disgraceful.
Thursday evening, a federal appeals court ruled in favor of President Trump's deployment of National Guard troops in California. The case is likely headed to the Supreme Court. A Rhode Island federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from using states' cooperation with immigration efforts as a condition for receiving transportation funds. 20 mostly Democratic-led states filed a lawsuit last month. It aimed to prevent the DOT from cutting off billions of dollars in funding if the states refuse to comply with federal immigration enforcement. President Trump has used federal funding as leverage judge amid policy disagreements with different states and organizations. In the Thursday ruling, the judge sided with the states. Don't go anywhere. Art's got your full weekend forecast and beyond when we come back.
Up to 60% off list at the 4th of July blowout at Slumberland Furniture. 6 select recliners, just $4.99 each. Get an Ashley sofa for just $3.49. The 4th of July blowout ends soon.
Look, a perfect sandwich symphony. Nothing could be better. Okay, it just got better.
Mix and match a quarter pounder with cheese, a Big Mac, or other favorites. Get any two for $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
The 30% solar tax credit could end in 2025. If you want to install solar on your residential or commercial property and receive this tax credit, call 608-780-2347 to get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy today.
It's summertime, and the Ford lineup is ready to step into the spotlight. Lights, summer, action. Get great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. Then, take advantage of the season. From the built Ford Tough F-150 to the 2024 North American Truck of the Year Super Duty, your local Northland Ford dealers are rolling out the red carpet with exclusive deals on America's best-selling trucks. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Don't wait. Last chance to get employee pricing plus more than $11,000 in total savings on a new 2025 F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Get an 11% rebate on everything in Menards. Shop our huge selection of window images, blinds, and shades. Right now, pick up this room darkening cordless aluminum blind for only $12.99 after rebate. Plus, get it trimmed to it for free in-store. Stay cool and comfortable all summer long with a Pelonis air conditioner. They feature 3-in-1 comfort, meaning they cool, dehumidify, and ventilate. Pick up this portable air conditioner for just $177.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
Up to 60% off list at Slumberland. Get this limited time deal, a Sealy Queen mattress starting at just $2.99. No one sells Sealy for less. Plus our 365-night sleep guarantee. Only at Slumberland.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Getting into tonight, we were looking at least partly cloudy skies giving way to clearing skies for the evening hours. Then we'll see more clouds come back and storm activity along I-94 well northward there, as you can see by Ladysmith. We'll see at least 3 rounds of this coming back again. You see another one well up to the north even more so. And then with more cloud cover filling in all the way down to Eau Claire, taking them to mostly cloudy to cloudy skies, you have another batch brushing Ladysmith with storm activity continuing on. We'll go all the way into Saturday with sunrise time, including even more clouds popping down closer to La Crosse, getting us to at least partly cloudy skies. You'll get into the green here for a low risk of severe weather. That includes Ladysmith, not so much Eau Claire, but you're going to be seeing that work all the way to the north, and everybody else is in just a little bit of a possibility of a light chance of anything occurring in your direction. You'll hold on to the possibility in the overnight hours getting into the lows to be at least record warmth breaking temperatures, where we'll see those 70s to near 80 degrees. Tomorrow's highs will start to warm up into the 90s widespread, and dangerously hot conditions will ensue. Incoming conditions are going to be like this. Well, it'll feel like Saturday, possibly up to about 103 degrees on your skin. We'll tack in on Sunday, where you're looking at the possibility of up to about 107 degrees on your skin to finish the day. That's what it will feel like. All the way down into Monday, where it still may feel like it's about getting close to near 100 degrees on your skin, despite having more rainfall in the forecast. That way, we do have an alert day for the weekend. We'll hold on to the heat indices to be 95 to 107 degrees, but we'll bump that up even higher. Why? Because Eau Claire and Ladysmith are now, areas northward are all in an extreme heat warning. That goes from 105 to 110 degrees on your skin. We'll get back into, at least in the orange, where you're looking at a heat advisory. That's up to about 107 degrees on your skin. Then we get into Sunday to finish out with another risk of severe weather popping back in the forecast. It is a low risk. You've got it all the way to the north, extending all the way down to near La Crosse in the forecast. Why? Because we've got more storms coming coming in widespread for Monday all the way through possibly to Saturday of next week. We'll see this go all through your morning commutes, your evening commutes, as well as your lunchtime as well. You'll all be wet and soaked, of course, all the way through the week. The highest rainfall totals will start to come in as we go through Tuesday, going into Wednesday. As you can see, popping in, that storm totals continue to come back in as we go all the way through sunrise time for Wednesday. More storm activity breaking away, but filling in with storm activity for Eau Claire and Ladysmith. And then eventually by Thursday, you're still holding on to storm activity, but breaking down gradually going into Friday, where it starts to limit at least down to about a 40 to 30% chance working in your forecast. By the time we get into Saturday, it's just a 30% chance. So alert days for your weekend. Dangerously hot conditions with widespread rain and storm activity bumping up and ramping up Tuesday through Thursday. We'll bump it on down as we go to Friday with a 40% chance, and widespread 80. So we'll cool you on down back to near seasonal temperatures. Be safe out there and have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to hydrate.
Coming up next in sports, the Panthers looking to dethrone one of the top girls soccer programs in the state. Plus, Jacob Mizorowski was pitching for the Brewers tonight, and it was so good it may have brought tears of joy to fans' eyes. Our Jacob has the highlights next.
The chips that you like are not on sale this week, so we're gonna have to skip those. Sorry, bud.
Aww. Hi, we're at Woodman's. I'm Clint. I'm Phil. At Woodman's, you don't need a flyer to find hot deals.
With our everyday low prices and huge selection, you can find anything you're looking for.
And still save big time on your whole grocery bill.
So I can get the groceries I want and save money? Looks like your chips are back on the list.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
It's
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward.
Or get 0% APR plus $2,600 total value on this Sierra 1500 model.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Hey guys, it's Brody from Great River Harley Davidson. I'm here to invite you to our grand reopening anniversary party on Saturday, June 21st. Come check out our fully renovated dealership with enhanced parts, award-winning service, and trend-setting apparel department. On June 21st, we'll have Brian Simpson from 95.7 emceeing our ribbon cutting. We have a bike blessing, hog roast, music by Brian Stein, and much, much more. Join us June 21st for Great River's grand reopening and anniversary party.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, as one season ends, another begins. Today, of course, marking the first day of summer, but potentially the last day of high school spring sports, unless the West Salem Panthers could pull off an all-time upset in the state semifinals. Panthers taking on one of the top programs in the history of the sport, Catholic Memorial. West Salem hanging tough early, but then the Crusaders strike as a great cross in leads to a Claire Weber left-footed shot to get her side on the board. That would be the score heading into halftime, but 9 minutes out of the intermission, the top team in Division III doubling their lead on a great header by Lucia Brown. Just too many chances for Catholic Memorial in this one. West Salem's Bailey Fawcett did have 13 saves, but the Panthers' fantastic season comes to a close with a 4-0 defeat. First taste of Legion action this summer, Post 51 hosting Post 284 from West Salem. Didn't take long for either side to warm up the bats. Aaron Plozet ropes one into deep right center. That brings in one, and the visitors jump on top. But Post 51's offense would respond. Luke Baginski sends one to a similar part of the ballpark, not too far off a home run, but he'll settle with an RBI triple, scoring Makibo Anderson. Next hitter, Taryn Boland. He puts a good swing on that pitch and keeps it fair down the line. Boys from West Salem take the lead. Not much later, Luke Grube rips a double himself. Post 51 goes on to win this one by a final of 5-4. Well, after he produced an MLB debut where he didn't allow a single hit, there was no way Jacob Misiorowski could follow that up with a performance even half as good, right? The flame-throwing phenom was electric once again, and it's hard not to get excited about what you see if you're a Brewer fan. The Miz carrying a no-hitter into the 7th inning. Final line of 1 hit allowed, 2 runs allowed, 6 Ks. It took a little bit, but the Brewers offense found their groove in this one. Jackson Chourio extends his hitting streak and brings in a run right here. And a monster night from this guy. Christian Yelich delivering with ducks on the pond all night. Shoots that one down the line to clear the bases. And then in the 8th, bases loaded again, and he clears them. Finished with 8 runs batted in. Brewers have scored 25 runs in the past 2 games as they take this one 17-6. Loggers looking for a series sweep of the Honkers tonight. R.J. Hamilton getting the party started early. First pitch of the night, solo shot to left. Good outing by Bangor's own Ashton Mitchell tonight on the bump, going 5 strong, allowing just 2 earned runs and striking out 3. Then Lacrosse adding to their tally in the 2nd. Eddie Peters, the Aquinas grad, crushing that one to the gap in left center. That scores a pair. And have a game, Mateo Gray. He went 5 for 6 at the dish tonight, including this gapper. Loggers send out 24 hits and route to a 14-5 victory. The Steam struck first against the Habaneros tonight, but the ladies from Mankato tied it up in the 2nd and then played 7 in the 3rd to lift them to a 14-4 victory at the Shipyard. And for those that look forward to the Marquee College men's basketball rivalry here in the state, mark down December 6th on your calendar as the school's announcing that date today. The Kohl Center will play host to the game this season. Tip time and broadcast schedule still up in the air. The Golden Eagles won last year's matchup 88-74 at Pfizer Forum. But Ken, we have to go back to the performance of Jacob Misiorowski. I mean, it's the longest scoreless streak by a pitcher in his debut, 11 innings for the Brewers in franchise history. So
absolutely.
That's pretty good.
In the MLB era since 1961, no one else had ever done that.
It's just unfathomable. His stuff is just so good, and I think we may have our ace for the future. Fingers crossed.
Sure looks that
Fingers
way.
crossed.
It's exciting times. And Brandon Woodruff back in maybe a couple of weeks.
And offense looked good.
Excellent. Thanks, Jacob. More news right after this.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
When Arby's says euros, you say 2 for $7. Euros. 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 Louder. Arby's, we have the meat.
Red, white, and new. It's time to refresh your space for less at the King Furniture pre-4th of July savings event. Save up to 50% on an entire room of beautiful new furniture. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining, you name it. Find mattress closeout deals on overstocked inventory and special factory closeout Lazy Boy recliners at prices too good to sit out. Plus, when you trade in your old furniture, get a discount on new. We'll even deliver and haul away for free. It's the King Furniture pre-4th of July savings event going on now.
Dahl Honda is proud to sponsor News 8 Now's top-notch teacher program. It's always a highlight of our month to recognize the top-notch teacher and thank them for all they do for our students in school. Dahl Honda values the great work all teachers do for our children and community. If you know a teacher who deserves top-notch teacher recognition, please nominate them. Thank you, teachers, for going above and beyond and providing a top-notch education.
Get in. I'm future you.
Constipation with belly pain again, right? Our doctor figured it out. She said it's IBS-C and Linzess could help you get ahead of it. Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save.
A group of dads made it their mission to make sure every member of the LGBTQ+ community felt included. As CBS News Chicago's Marissa Sulek reports, it all started with a game of catch.
You want to play catch? All right, come here.
For John Permateo, tossing a ball back and forth,
You can't stop smiling.
comes with words of encouragement.
Oh, happy Pride, kiddo.
And a meaningful hug. These 4 dads are part of the nonprofit Play Catch with a Dad. They came out to Gallagher Way to make the day of anyone they share a past with at the Cubs annual Pride celebration.
So many people in this community didn't have the support or lost the support of a father when they were younger. I'm Dad.
Nice to meet you. Each of these fathers, like Kevin Schultz, have their own kids back home.
2 of whom are out and queer, and I know how difficult it can be a journey for lots of people.
John got this idea back in 2019 at an event in Pennsylvania. He says most people walked past him and ignored his sign, except one girl stopped and asked him to play.
Within 2 throws, she was just openly weeping, and I was weeping because I was there for her.
It's that kind of emotion Permateo says he sees others evoke at each event he travels to across the country.
Never in a million years did I dream that we'd be at Wrigley Field in 2025 for Pride Night.
And I wanted to spiral well.
For Marley Perkins, this is a concept she connects with.
When I first walked up and saw this, I was like standing with my girlfriend and our friends, and I started crying because I was like, that's so cute. Like, it's just like really cute for like people who need it.
I think it goes a long ways, you know. When was the last time you had a hug from your dad?
We hold them tight and say, you're a great kid. And boy, everybody wants to hear that sometimes, don't they?
For this one night, each of these fathers are everyone's dads at the Cubs game, giving them the support they need to keep going. At Wrigley Field, Marissa Sulek, CBS News, Chicago.
A great story. And we'll have another look at your weekend forecast right after this.
How do you find the best personal injury lawyer? You ask other lawyers. Every partner at Bygoff and Rohde has been ranked in the top 5% by their peers. Hire the MVPs of personal injury. Call BGR.
What is a floor's favorite type of music? Anything with a good beat. Why is a carpet fitter so good at dancing? Because he's always cleaning garage. What is a floor's favorite way to win? A clean sweep. What did the rug say to the floor? I got you covered. At Sealands Carpeting, where our #1 priority is you. Stop in today. This place is fantastic.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
It's the Hy-Vee Mega Produce Sale, now through Sunday. Get candied cantaloupe, just $1.99. Avocados, just 69 cents. Sweet corn, 4 for $1. Roma tomatoes, 88 cents a pound. Save on watermelon, strawberries, and more during the biggest produce sale of the year. Plus, earn a 30-cent fuel saver across the store for every $60 you spend. Saturday and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
Some decisions you can make quickly. I'm all in. But when you're hiring a personal injury lawyer, trust me, you're gonna win big. Do your research and object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
Dangerously hot conditions coming in the morning hours as well as the afternoon. You can see we may have some record-breaking temperatures in the morning lows, where we could see those temperatures be the warmest lows in such the time since we've been recording. We'll also see by Sunday we'll do similar conditions around 79 degrees in the early morning. So no recovery is going to help us as we're getting temperatures widespread in the 90s that will feel like they're up to at least 107 to about 110. Be safe out there and have a wonderful weekend.
A great sentiment from Art. Those are going to be hot temperatures, almost as hot as Jacob Mizorowski's fastball.
Yes, that is very hot. Those 77 at night, that's
the real indicator of just how hot it's going to get.
That's bad, but the Brewers' offense right now is good.
It sure is. Loggers' offense, too, and the locals got involved. It's been a great day. Have a good weekend, everybody.